Hi guys, today I am going to show you a special funny react video whose name is Weird Popcorn Topping Tasty Test. Hope you will enjoy it and subscribe my channel.
Good Mythical Morning.
Mythical Beasts, in a world where a question is like a movie trailer, two guys on YouTube with nothing to lose will have to risk everything to find the answer to that question. But lurking in the comment section beneath their video is an evil troll bent on destroying every mythical question with one bad comment after another. And it's up to these two ordinary guys to go to extraordinary lengths and win over the heart and soul of the troll the only way they know how, by giving that movie question an answer. That's right, Mythical Beasts, coming to a theater near you, or to this YouTube video immediately, is your answer.
We ask you to ask us questions on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and the like. You guys came through for us.
The like is my favorite one, by the way.
Ryan Spurlock asks, what do I do about that pesky kid kicking the back of my seat in the theater?
Pesky kids again.
It will happen. You need to be prepared. We have your answer. Take notes. Fact. Kids can hear frequencies that are higher than older people can hear.
True.
It's kind of like a dog whistle.
But a kid whistle.
But for kids. And here's what we're gonna do. All you gotta do is find an app on the internet that, well, on your phone, that emits any frequency that you want. Set it like Rhett did to where only kids can hear it. Next time there's a pitter patter on the back of your seat, let them have it, Rhett.
Oh,
now I
can't hear it.
I can't hear anything.
But those kids can.
Maybe if you're under 10 or so, you can hear it right now.
Kick my seat again.
Oh, you leave it on until they stop. Kick the seat again, activate it. Oh. It's back on, it's back on, back on. We don't want to punish you for watching our show, but if you kick the back of my seat, I'm gonna keep running this frequency. What is it?
This is 19,250 hertz.
Until you stop kicking the back of my seat.
You can kind of zero in. I'm just kind of guessing what would work.
That's my answer. It doesn't make a scene, and it's highly effective.
However, the side effect is it does affect all the other kids in the theater, and they may not be kicking a seat at that moment, but you know what? They probably need to be punished for something.
Oh yeah, that's right. So bring it on. Next question.
All right, this one comes from Paola Vasquez. Paola Vasquez. Sometimes regular popcorn seems a bit boring. What are some ways to eat popcorn in an inventive, tasty way?
Challenge accepted, because listen, butter, it's fine, but what if you have a jacket stuffed with lots of other toppings?
It is time
like
to move way beyond boring butter.
All right, we're gonna present some options to you, and we'll let you decide what you're enticed enough to try next time you go to the theater. The first one I'm gonna present is the loaded baked potato popcorn. I recommend purchasing the popcorn because you don't wanna be a total jerk.
Yeah, you can bring it in, but that's not recommended.
And then you gotta have your jacket, and then you gotta have a little whoopity whoop whoop whoop, some cheese.
Okay.
I went to a party with a loaded baked potato bar. Blew my mind.
I was at that party.
It was amazing.
Well, it was
like,
cool.
This should be happening in a theater.
It was tasty.
All I need is some bacon bit.
So you're treating the popcorn as if it were a baked potato.
Yeah, and this is during like the commercials before the preview.
Yeah, because you're making a lot of bag noise right now. But it's cool, you know? It's in the preview parts.
And you got some chives, or whatever we chopped up to look like chives. And then right here, you got the boom boom bag.
That's why you have scissors in your front pocket.
Yeah, you got me. I always bring
Oh, look at that. That's appetizing.
Scissors to the theater.
If you want to do, can you, what?
How did that happen?
Can you not see what's happening? Like
it's dark in here, man. It's the theater.
Now that could happen, but most theaters will clean all that up, so.
Then you throw it.
What in the world? It went right into your.
Right into it.
Okay.
Then you just toss that together.
Okay, that's gonna make a little noise too.
The previews are happening now. No one really cares, and then you and your daily life.
This is when everybody.
Hey, baby, let's do this.
Oh gosh. Oh, please.
This movie's gonna be great.
Oh wow, it's good.
All right, so that's it. Loaded baked potato popcorn.
Okay, this is a great idea. I'm totally into it, but
tastes great.
I feel like you can take it a few more layers if you know what I'm talking about. Because what I am talking about is the 7-layer dip popcorn. Mine also involves purchasing popcorn from said theatrical establishment.
Don't be a jerk.
But what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a buddy with a jacket or a large t-shirt. Because what you're gonna need to do is offload all of your popcorn into your buddy's clothing, okay? So make room. And you're just gonna really.
Hey, that's hitting the Adam's
If
apple.
it's a tribal movie,
Whoa.
you'll fit right in. Okay. All that did nothing. Okay, so as you can imagine,
Nothing to see
in
here.
a seven layer popcorn, there are indeed 7 layers, and you're gonna want to start with beans, my favorite. Really get that on the bottom there, because it'll catch a lot of popcorn.
Oh yeah, let them see it go down in there.
You know what beans coming out of a bag.
I don't want to.
Do you really need to relive that? And you're gonna have your buddy offload a layer of popcorn. He's your popcorn buddy at this point. Black olives. Popcorn buddy, come in, be ready.
I'm pregnant with popcorn. Here we go.
You're very good at that. You're gonna come in, make sure you keep flattening out pico de gallo. Oh, that's real nice. Look, adds a little color and a little texture. Popcorn buddy. Now, I like to put guac. That's one of my layers. That's short for guacamole.
Of course.
Made from avocados, I hear.
All right, popcorn buddy coming in
Okay.
hot.
This could be a little, you might want to sit on the back row for this because your popcorn buddy's gonna have to continually get up
Excuse me, gotta add another layer.
and push the popcorn
Sorry.
into the next layer. Sour cream, we know where that comes from. I don't know, I mean, that makes no sense. Oh gosh. And the popcorn buddy comes back. Yeah, don't get too aggressive. Now I'm gonna come in with some cheese, everybody's favorite.
Running a little bit low here.
Really unload on this last layer here.
All right.
As I come in with jalapenos. Now, the key to enjoying a 7, here we go. Popcorn buddy still got some. That's great. Get it all out. Now, the key to enjoying a good 7-layer popcorn is getting all 7 layers. So if you don't have a spoon handy, which who takes a spoon with them to the theater?
Got some scissors though.
You just take your hand, put it in a scooping motion, and you want to get all the way to the bottom layer. When you feel beans, you know you've gotten there. That's why I put beans at the bottom, because they feel distinctly different. And then I'm just gonna pick that up, and you can see all 7 layers intact right there. There's a couple of things you can do at this point. I just like to take my mouth and rake it over all 7 layers.
Right.
Oh, that is so good.
And it's not noisy. It's not distracting. It's like a party in your movie seat.
This makes a movie great.
Now, my next idea, I wanted to go fancy. And when I think of fancy restaurants, the first thing I think of is surf and turf. I mean, those are the most fancy restaurants. At least when I was a kid, it's like, oh, there's seafood on top of a steak. That's crazy.
It's really fancy.
So I didn't put this in my jacket, but I've got some burger, because this is AKA steak. Ground steak.
I think you just call it ground beef. It's ground steak. Very fancy.
And then you just throw some ketchup.
That's not ketchup, dude. That's cocktail sauce. It's surf and turf. It ain't making a hamburger.
Oh. What was this? This was my idea.
Want some ketchup?
I always put ketchup on my burger, and then I put tartar sauce on my shrimpicus. So I'm throwing some shrimp on here.
Whoa, that is a strong, wow.
And
People
then,
are going to know that shrimp is happening somewhere in the theater.
Ooh,
They're
wow.
going to be like, I didn't know this place served shrimp.
And then we got the tartar. I'm really going to look at where it's going.
And this is a way to impress a date. Let me go ahead and say,
I mean, you're impressed.
I'm very impressed, but if you break this out on a first date,
Do you want crabs?
the person that you're with will be like, oh my goodness, he is so fancy. He's going to be successful.
Hey, date, check it out.
He makes these kinds of decisions, he's going to be successful.
Now, if you just want to go surf, you go light. If you want to go turf, you go down. And then if you want to go, oh yeah, this also is a popcorn dish.
You eventually can get back to the popcorn. You have to breach that top layer of
bring that
surf
out.
and turf. And then, I don't think the tails were taken off of the shrimp, which is, in some cultures that they don't do that. So it's a way to seem really fancy and cultured.
Fancy restaurant, date, happening, awesome.
Now,
Other adjectives that make this seem amazing.
my popcorn, my last popcorn is actually very complimentary because this is like a dinner situation, and I have a dessert situation. Again, it starts with popcorn just like the rest of them. And for this one, you're gonna need to take a bag of chocolate chips, keep them close to your person, and they will melt on your way to the theater. You okay over there?
Excuse me.
You're gonna wanna get this close to your body, like in the thigh region, or somewhere where there's a lot of heat. And so where your body's giving off a lot of heat.
Do you want me to give you a cut?
Because what I want to do is I just want to pour this chocolate all over my popcorn.
Now, listen, there's people all across the globe right now watching saying, hold on, They were acting stupid, but this looks like a good idea.
And I don't want to have to make you sit here, but what you're going to do is you're going to do this during the previews. And because these are actually chocolate chips, they like to solidify at room temperature. So you're going to need a long movie, or else you're going to need to go into another movie without telling anybody. But somewhere 2 to 3 hours later, this is what you're going to have. You're going to have what I call the chocolate popcorn monolith.
Whoa.
But this is a big thing that you and your date can share. Now, the way I do it is I take a bite. Now, you could get a kiss out of this.
But let's not.
Now, hey, take a bite, baby.
I'm not your baby. I'm your popcorn buddy.
Okay, if your popcorn buddy is there, then the way it works with a popcorn buddy is you just...
One at a time. Oh, wow.
If you were the whole group, you just pass it down the group.
Pass it to strangers, because they're going to want it.
It is so incredible. Let me get another bite of that.
Our next question comes from
So good.
R.E. Wickham, who asks, Rhett and Link, what is your advice on how to deal with obnoxious people texting on their phone in the movie theater?
Okay, well, most of the issues that you run into at the movie theater are because the pre-movie orientation video doesn't cover enough things in a direct way. So
Right.
what we have done is we have developed our own pre-movie orientation video that we are inviting theaters across the world to play before movies that we think goes a little bit more in detail to get people to behave exactly how they should in a movie theater.
This will do the trick.
Your attention, please. The show is about to begin. Well, after way too many trailers that you've already watched online, but eventually the movie you paid for will begin. Please silence your cell phones. Now. Like, right now. Not after you finish that last text to Donnie. Why does Donnie need to know your social security number and the name of your second pet at this exact moment? Off. Now. We do urge you to make one more trip to our concession stand for an astronomically overpriced package of empty calories. But please do not audibly rustle the package during emotional parts of the movie. Save that for loud action sequences and swelling musical numbers. Once the movie begins, please do not talk at the screen as if the characters can hear you. If you're on a first date, don't do that thing where you pretend to accidentally put your hand in the popcorn at the same time. It's pathetic. If you think that the movie is too quiet or out of focus, don't bother telling our manager Dave. He will definitely not be helpful. Revealing plot points seconds before they happen on screen will result in a public flogging using velvet rope from the lobby. If you must use the restroom during the film, please wait to stand up during a sequence featuring a secondary character doing something negligible, like when the old lady in Titanic brags about her drawing, or literally any time at all during The Hobbit. At the film's conclusion, feel free to just leave all your greasy trash wherever it is. In fact, empty whatever you didn't finish directly onto the floor. It's so dark in here, no one will ever see it. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy the show. So make sure to ask your local movie theater operator to play that video before movies.
Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Anna, and we're from St. Francis, Wisconsin.
And it's time to spin the wheel of Mythicality.
We've got videos on Facebook that you can only see on Facebook, our Facebook. Facebook.com/Rhett and Link.
Yeah, click through the Good Mythical Morning. We're gonna open your mail with Candace, play some wooden basketball. Click through there, click on the eye if you're a mobile user. It's that convenient. Let's see if Candace can hear the frequency, because she's young. Yeah.
She's younger than we are.
I mean, she's not 10, but.
Freeze frame! Yes!
Oh!
You see, that's winning being imprinted in Candace's brain.
She can hear frequencies, and she can sink a shot.
I have young fingers.